Hello and welcome to my channel, Elements of Tarot. Happy New Year, everyone. It's Aldana, and today I'm going to be doing a few flip throughs of my first 8 decks of 2025. So I totally dropped the ball with my top 10 of 2024. So I figured I'm starting fresh. I just had a whole bunch of decks come in. These are not all brand new this year, but they are new to me, with the exception of one, which was a rebuy, and I will explain when I go through it. All right, so let's start with the first one. This is the Pixie Pop Tarot. Pixie Style by Pixie Style Divination. Jillian C. Wild, right? So I was drawn to this deck because of the bright colors and the smaller size. I also love that they are borderless, and I love the backs, just simple. So this deck actually lives with me in my handbag, and I've been taking it to work and everywhere else I go. It's just, the images are all familiar and comforting. The deck has been adapted by Jillian to be more diverse, which is also a bonus. And, it comes with a standard little guidebook in black and white. But again, very strict. Rider-Waite-Smith, this deck is for the visionaries, the dreamers, the seekers, the lovers, and the mystics. And this is extra card of Pixie is a thank you to indie deck creators by Jillian. Okay, so as with most of my decks today, they're not in order because I have been using them and it just would have taken me way too long to put 8 decks in order. But I will show you all the artwork. Did I show you the backs? I didn't. It's just the lemniscate on a black back. The cardstock is matte. It's like a silky matte. It's lovely. And for size comparison, here's a standard Rider-Waite-Smith card. So it's thinner and shorter. It's a perfect travel size. Perfect. So again, these are all familiar images with some color changes, maybe slightly different perspectives, like more zoomed in. I love it. There's like gradients in the colors, which I love. Here's our King of Swords, the Lovers, the World. Super simple, super lovely, very convenient. I love it. I'm going to stop here because we do have 8 decks to go through. But I think you will agree this is a fun little deck. And speaking of fun little decks, I'm going to show you 2 that I actually received this morning. I've already unboxed them. I don't think I've done a single unboxing on this channel. I don't know what it is. I can't wait to get my hands on these things. So I'm very impatient. Okay, so these are both from an indie creator from the UK. Her name is Sarah Kathleen. I had originally wanted to purchase this because I don't know if you remember, well, regardless, I did a video not too long ago about a deck called the Tony Lalonde deck, and I was very much intrigued by its quirkiness. And why does it keep doing this? I don't know what's happening. Get my hands out of there. Oh, that's not doing it. Anyway, so I was drawn to this one. I thought it looked really cute. And then when I was on her website, I noticed this one, which was just part of a Kickstarter campaign. There we go. And I guess these are the extras left over. The colored one was the one I was hoping for, but I'm actually really glad that I got the black and white one now that I have it here. Both decks came. Look how cute! Tiny tattoos! I can't wait to do something fun with those. And this little card, thank you for your order. She used recyclable packaging. Mine came with peanuts, you know, those little biodegradable peanuts. But yeah. So let's start with this one, since it is the one that I was initially looking for. There was no plastic wrap or anything on the cards. I opened it up and that's what it looked like. Comes with a little guidebook, which I haven't even looked at yet. Human free, so that's the point of this deck. The world is full of beautiful, intricate decks filled with gorgeous layers upon layers of deeply esoteric symbolism and rich, complicated spiritually historical imagery. Sorry, this is not one of those decks. I love that. It's so cute. I don't know. I like it. You could just whip it out in really any situation. It's appropriate for younger people and older people and people who might be freaked out by some of the tarot images. It's just very approachable. So let me show you. These are the backs. They're very cute. The cardstock is very thin, but I think it's durable. It shuffles beautifully, so that's the one upside of thinner cardstock. What did I just do with my card? I just literally had it. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, standard tarot size. These are the backs. They are reversible. The corners have nice rounded edges. It's a very comfortable deck to hold and use and shuffle. So, like, all of the symbolism is there. It's very easy to read. The only thing I will say is that the court cards don't give away too much. Like, there are no extra symbols that give you the suggestion of what the personality of the Queen of Pentacles might have. But all of the other cards follow a pretty easy Rider-Waite-Smith system. You know, that's a typical image we'd see for the Nine of Swords. Same with the 7. Same with the 6. They're as simple can be, which I love. This is really easy to read, which I appreciate as my eyes get older and I get more stubborn about wearing my glasses. I like that death image. Sloth with a water bottle. Love it. That's cute. Very cute. The Magician. Empress. 2 of Swords. I like this because he's on the fence. So there are 2 options or 2 ways to see things. So the kings are all 4 suits have this dragon. The queens are all unicorns. I'll get to the pages, and the pages are all this little circular devil little boy. or girl. And then who's left? Knights. We'll look for the knight. 6 of Wands, Priestess, the Star, I love the world. The Emperor is the ram. So the knight, again, there's no horse. It's just the different creatures holding the different symbols of the suits, right? Queen of Cups. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But the rest of the deck is absolutely charming and lovely and colorful and fun. And I'm really digging it. I like this. Like, no, let me admire all of my goods here, my money. You guys hang back. Chariot on a skateboard. Trying to hurry a little bit because, again, I have a lot to show you guys. Cute devil. Oh, we'll stop there. We'll end on the sun. So that is everybody's tarot. By Sarah Kathleen. And now here's the other deck, the Creatures Tarot. And this is the black and white edition. Comes in a 2-piece box. So did the other one. Very simple with the symbols. This deck also had no plastic. Basically keywords. Basically saying that the guidebook is not anything deep, and she encourages us to seek out other forms of reference type books and things like that. So she's chosen to design, this is interesting, she's chosen to design specific creatures to represent the energy of each suit. The queens feel confident, wise, and in control of their realms. The kings feel strong, stable, and knowing. The knights have antlers to represent their energy of action. Okay, and making things happen. And the pages feel young, positive, and at the beginning of their journey. That's great. You know, I'm glad I just read that because I feel better about the courts in the other deck too. All right, so let's go through these. I love her backs in both decks. Just very simple and like elegant in a way. These are exactly the same size as the other deck, but these are all in black and white. So you have the 8 of Wands, the Devil. The fonts change on every card, which is great. The majors are all with a solid black background, and then the minors are different shades of gray and white and black. King of Cups. Okay, there's the Queen. She is looking sassy. The 3 of Pentacles. There's the Hierophant. Pretty Sun. Again, the most simple. It's like a little hamster in a wheel. 10 of Pentacles. There's the Knight. The 3 of Cups. So, you know, with a lot of black and white decks, they're like, oh, you can do your shadow work with it. And I guess the courts do look a little darker, but I don't know. I still find the little creatures endearing. King of Swords. There's Justice. Four of Wands. Again, straight RWS. Nothing mysterious here. Come back. I'm really excited to work with these, both of these decks. I'm glad I got them. I like that. Little birds going for a ride or dictating where they're going. Again, all the links for where to purchase these decks I will put below. I think they're one of them may be out of print, which I apologize. I bought it on eBay. But all right, so this is the Creatures Tarot Black and White by Sarah Kathleen from the UK. All right, and that is deck number 2. All right, let's do this one. So this one I've already put into a bag. In fact, the rest of them are in bags. I prefer them that way. So this is the Metanoia Marseille by Bouchette Designs. This is a Marseille deck. It didn't come with a guidebook, but it did come with these keyword cards, I guess. So you have the 4 suits and the majors, and then a card about numerology, which is very helpful. And then what the different suits mean, and the aces, swords, and coins. I like the softness of this deck, meaning the colors used, the color palette for sure. I love this light blue. Look, it matches my ring. A lot of the Marseille decks have primary colors, so I appreciated this one. It's standard tarot size. They are a rose petal finish, but they're not too sticky. It's not a problem to shuffle them. It is a nice thick deck, high quality. Very impressed with the quality of this deck. All right, so I'm just going to go through them again. The coins or pentacles are my absolute favorite. They have this beautiful sage green background with a little bit of like pink and yellows, and it's truly lovely. It's probably my favorite suit. And the majors, I was a little hesitant for this reason. They look almost like airbrushed or something. Like everything is soft about it. Everything is soft. The faces, the expressions. And I didn't know how I'd feel about it. I do think in person that they're a little sharper than what I was seeing online, which I'm happy about. I do like that they're kind of sitting in lazy boy chairs. Some of the, you'll see the emperors in one too. It's kind of fun. It's a pretty justice card. They are in French, as most Marseilles are. unless they're in Italian. Ace of Wands. Yeah, see? I like that. Humanizes him a little bit more. Swords. Hangman. They do have the numbers on the sides, which is helpful. The cups are cool too. Oh, and there were two. It takes time, and then the other one is the time is now. So kind of like, I chose to keep them inside. Those were two, keep them in rotation rather. There were two of them in the two extra cards. Here's the Knight of Swords. Page of Cups. See, look how like it looks very airbrushy. I don't know how to explain it. I haven't had it too long, and the few readings I've done with it have actually been quite good. So I'm pleased with my purchase, despite the hazy facial features. Here's the other extra card. The time is now. Look how pretty. Actually, I think this is upside down. Here's our King of Cups. Five of Swords. Five of Wands. This is the Six of Wands. There's a Magician. It's quite lovely. Two little kids. The Hierophant. I like this. He's in discussion with his, what are they, supplicants or students? He's a little bit more engaged than the traditional Hierophant that we see in these decks. Three of Cups. There's a Devil. 10 of Coins. Queen of Coins. She looks angry, doesn't she? Here's the Queen of Wands. She's lovely. Queen of Cups. King of Coins. That's the Four of Coins. Isn't that pretty? So if you're somebody that was kind of wanting the Marshmallow Marseille, which I believe is now out of print, this is a nice alternative because of the pastel colors. And yeah, I recommend it. There's Judgment and Death. Okay. The Wheel. There's the Tower. That's pretty too. Okay, Metanoia Marseille. Let's see. Okay, this is another sweet deck that just arrived earlier this week. It is the first edition of the Delos Tarot. So I think that later versions of this deck are available on Etsy, but I heard that the cardstock in the newer editions isn't that great. But if you are really interested in getting the deck with, because the images are absolutely adorable, it is still gettable, but this first edition isn't. This is, I bought this on eBay. So these are the backs, these little fairies, and standard Rider-Waite. This first edition it's rose petally for sure. It has a very kind of velvety feel. The cardstock is thin. There's no core, but they feel pretty sturdy. I think they'll hold up. Yeah, they bounce back pretty well. Anyway, I couldn't resist again. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm loving all these adorable little decks. It's not usually my style. But look at them all. People are just so flippin' cute. Oh my gosh. The creator, I believe, is from Japan. There is a later printing of this deck with a different back, and that has glossy cardstock. I actually did also purchase that, but it hasn't arrived yet. That one's coming from Greece. Does anybody else love when decks come from all over the place? I think it's so cool. 8 of Swords. I love how easy the font is to read. Again, strictly Rider-Waite Smith with little sweet touches. Look at the wands, they all have faces. I can't. 7 of Pentacles, look. They all have faces, it's so cute. So this little cat shows up a lot in the deck. He's always nearby the people. 7 of Cups, the World, the Tower, 3 of Cups. Love that 8 of Cups. Little mermaid down here with the Queen. 10 of Wands. 3 of Swords. 5 of Cups. There's the Fool. And there's a little cat. Little fairy bringing a letter. It's cute. There's the 5 of Pentacles. The Devil card. Temperance. The colors in the deck are very vibrant too. Oh. Oh, I thought that was the cat. I think it's actually a statue, like a gargoyle or something. There's the Knight of Wands. The Magician, as above, so below. And all of the symbols. The Lovers. Oh, lover. Interesting. Judgment. I have no idea when this deck was even published. Can I see? Psychedelos. No date, though. There might be one on the box. I'll have to look. The Moon. Such a good Chariot. Page. There's the cat again. Hermit. Cute Empress with the cat. Eight of Pentacles. Whoops. I love the colors in this. This is in general one of my favorite cards. I like the depiction. Ace. 7. She's wearing a cat suit. 4. That's a good depiction. Mine, all mine. 2 of Cups. Love this High Priestess. Love her. King of Wands. Interesting. 6 of Wands in a car instead of a horse. 2 of Pentacles, Page. 9. She still has her bird. The Sun. I'm so happy to have this deck. So cute. So that is the Delos, D-E-L-O-S Tarot. All right, I have one more out of print. This one also was purchased on eBay. This is the Shakespeare Oracle. This is a mammoth-sized deck. It's like an oracle size, I think. It comes with a really fantastic guidebook, which unfortunately is in the other room, but it's like a book. It has a lot of information about the references of the cards to the characters and the plays they were in, and why the character represents, you know, the person in the tarot. It's very good. I highly recommend taking a look at the book. Look at that. Whew. These are the backs. S for Shakespeare, I'm guessing. And yeah, so they are very pippy. You know, the major arcana is the major arcana. And as you can see, Richard II and Henry Bolingbroke. There's the King Lear. Kelly from The Truth and Story does a really good walkthrough of this, much better than I'm going to right now. But she kind of references a lot of the characters and the history of Shakespeare, and it's fascinating. I watched it before I purchased this, and I was enthralled by her knowledge. So each of the minors have quotes from the plays. So this, for the 9 of Wands, have patience and endure from Much Ado About Nothing, which is a great description of what that card actually means. Here's the 9 of Cups. Love comforteth like sunshine after rain. Venus and Adonis. Here's the Ace of Wands. Be not afraid of greatness. 12th night. So you get the idea. They're great. I love all the quotes. 3 of Coins. Profits will accrue. So yeah. Anthony. So if you like Shakespeare, if you want to learn more about Shakespeare and his plays, this is a good deck to get. I love the artwork. I love the borders. I can't remember now if I showed you. I think I was talking when I did, but these are very big cards. Much wider and taller. Again, more like Oracle, I would say. I think it's like an Oracle deck. They are pretty cardboardy and a little stiff to work with. But again, this is more like, I don't know how much I will actually use this to do readings, but as an English major in college, I appreciate it, and I will deep dive it someday. It's great. Okay, that's the Shakespeare Oracle, because I do know that there's also a Shakespeare Tarot. They're different, but this is in fact a tarot deck. All right, what's next? I only have 2 left. Wow, okay. So let me do this one because I have some regrets. This, my friends, is my first AI deck. I know. I am not a fan of AI. It freaks me out. I don't like what it's doing to artists and indie deck creators, and I don't know. I'm all for original artwork, and I support indie creators whenever I can. But I was on Etsy and they got me. They do something with the lighting and stuff, and just like everything looks so magical and fantastical. And so I don't even remember what this particular one is called. It's by a creator who does like a million of these AI decks, and they all kind of look the same. There's like gold gilding. Anyway, I very much love when cards are on black backgrounds with bright colors. I have several decks like that, and I've done a video or 2 about that aesthetic. So I saw the gilding, I saw the black with the bright colors, and I'm like, you know what? It was very inexpensive. Like, let me give it a shot. And I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's pretty. I do have like lighting beaming down from above on the cards, so they do look a lot brighter than they are in person. Like, that's really pretty. And I did look closely because they do show most of the cards online. I definitely wanted to take a look at all the hands, because that's the first giveaway that it's an AI deck, because the hands are always funky with extra digits and stuff. But these look pretty normal to me. The King of Swords. I mean, he's great, right? I don't know. It's going to be a long time before I buy another AI deck, if ever. Maybe I shouldn't say that on film, but the images are very pretty, but they still fall flat to me. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I was like almost embarrassed to buy it. But it's a reality that AI is now a part of our world. So that's quite pretty too. 3 of Cups. She's gorgeous. Very dreamy. I like that too. Some of them don't quite match the meanings. Like, does he look like he's working? It looks like he's gathering the coins. I don't know. And this one, they're supposed to be kind of clashing with each other. I do think it's cool that each kind of figure has a different inside. What is it? The Way Home Tarot, where the quartz look like this? They have images inside the silhouettes. Page of Swords. Again, beautiful, but not much to go on or go with in a reading. Here's the Fool. Yeah, so again, very pretty, not much substance. I will probably use it, but I definitely still prefer when artists put pen to paper or paint to paper. But anyway, I'm glad I have one in my collection, and I do think it's pretty. All right, for my first deck of 2025. This is the deck I mentioned in the beginning. This is a rebuy for me. This deck is one of the first. My first tarot deck was a Rider-Waite-Smith, classic Pamela Coleman Smith, artwork, everything. This is my second tarot deck that I ever purchased. I loved it so much that I actually bought prints of the Queen of Cups and the Star card, and they hung on my bedroom wall for a couple of years. And then, I started really diving. You guys might recognize the backs. I started branching out and buying more decks, and I found that I wasn't really using this one. I thought that it was a little too busy, the artwork. It was kind of hard to see. But recently, I saw pictures of this. So this is the Paulina Tarot. It's still available on Amazon. I just realized I've got a black fuzz on my beautiful ring. I don't like that. I just wanted to get a copy before, God forbid, it went out of print, because it is sentimental to me. When I opened it up, I recognized the images right away. And I think I have a new appreciation for the fine details. So let's go through some of these. It's, this deck has been around for a while. Standard standard tarot size. It follows the Rider-Waite-Smith system. But there's just so much beauty here. There's a lot to look at. I love the colors, these like lavenders and blues. The light blue with the browns, she does a lot of that. I love. It's Temperance. I think I also have her Spirit Song Tarot, which is beautiful. I think that's more animal based. This is more fantastical, with fairies and little creatures. Lots of flowers. So beautiful. Eight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. I love this Three of Pentacles. Stunning. I love that it's like it's a whole world she's created. It's very immersive. Oops. I'm never going to let this go again. Live and learn, right? It's also on that US Games cardstock. Look how beautiful. This is one of I bought the print in like an 8x10 and I framed it. I loved it so much. I love the fiery orange for the Queen of Wands. And this is the other print I had. Look, she has like a whole, you've got the fish and then all the turtles and snails and clams and yeah, dreamy. So pretty. I love this Hierophant. Okay, my friends. Well, geez, this is the longest video I think I've ever done. But I wanted to get 2025 off to a good start. I'm very pleased with all of my new decks. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. All right. Thank you for watching if you're still here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. And thank you.